So let's give them a hand and we'll get started with the demo. And there is a merry-go-round this year, so for those of you who wanted the merry-go-round to return, that has occurred, and we welcome our new carnival friends to the Diller Picnic this year. On Thursday night, we also had bingo and lots of good food. Last night and yesterday, we had a lot of tractors in town. In the afternoon, we had the antique tractor pull, followed by the bush pull, which was a major success. Again, the carnival was on the ground, and we enjoyed helicopter rides. And I have to ask Randy, do we still have helicopter rides tonight? And do you know how long those will go? They say they are going to offer helicopter rides this evening until people quit showing up to take rides. That is located on the north side of the Lawton Carpenter Construction Building, right here along Main Street, just to the north of the carnival. So if you are interested, it's even after dark. Last night they were given rides, and with this near full moon and the carnival lights, I'm sure it was a beautiful ride. So we do encourage you to enjoy that. We do want you to know then that today we had pasture golf. We had the wonderful draft horse pull. And for those of you who enjoy horses, that is quite an event. That if you were unable to be a part of it this year or last year, we do encourage you to watch the picnic bill. And if it is a part of the celebration next year, please make a point to come. Beautiful animals in a totally different kind of way of celebrating the USA. Today, we not only have our parade this evening. Following the parade, we will be enjoying entertainment in the park with Dr. Kirby McGill, who is a master hypnotist. Now, I did this once 2 years ago. I was a participant/victim, so I think I'm just going to enjoy somebody else making a fool of themselves this year. That is free entertainment. It is down on the picnic grounds, or excuse me, in the park at the grandstand. So following the parade performance tonight, that is something you will want to take part of. We also have lots of places that want to feed you tonight. In the Opera House, Van's Barbecue Aces are serving. That will go until they run out of food. Our Savior's Lutheran Youth Fellowship Group invites you to join them at the community building, which is just to the south. Sandwiches, pie, ice cream are available in the community building. Just across the street from me here, on the road again, Concessions invites you to come over and enjoy a wonderful selection of things such as Polish and brats, which are the Blue Valley brand created here in town by C&C. They have cold drinks for you, flavored ice cups, and fresh donuts. Homer's just down the street would love to serve you a brisk cold refreshment tonight. And they also have karaoke. You might want to stop in and see the remodeling. They do have the karaoke contest tonight. That starts at 8 and goes until midnight. Don't forget bingo on the picnic grounds, and of course St. Paul's are going to be frying up their ever-famous hamburgers. So on behalf of the picnic committee of this 107th Diller Picnic celebration, again, welcome friends and guests, and enjoy the show. One more warning whistle to signify the beginning of the parade. Cover your ears. Here we go, and then the show will begin. Ladies and gentlemen, as tradition, we begin our parade with our color guard. This evening, Corps League Color Guard, We welcome them as they round the corner. As we're awaiting our first entries to round the corner and move up the street, I do want to make known those who work so hard to make this picnic a success. The Diller Picnic Committee works effortlessly and tirelessly to make this a success for you. They are always in tune to your suggestions, and they work very hard to bring a variety of entertainment to you on an annual basis. This year's picnic committee putting in many, many hours that they will never be properly thanked for are Randy Sandman and Chad Lotman, Cleo Perkins and Jim Weichel, David Henricks, Marla Weichel, Derek Coons, Doug Lotman, Mark Liscombe, Mildred Codas, Cindy Lotman, and Diane Wellsant. If you know these people, please take a moment to thank them personally. You can only begin to imagine the amount of work they put into bringing this event to us annually. If you don't know them, if you recognize a resident from Diller, share with them your appreciation of our celebration and encourage them to pass it on to the committee that is pivotal in bringing this about. Now, as you see, our first color guard approaching is the Diller American Legion Color Guard, followed then by our Fairbury VFW Post 3113 Color Guard, and the Marine Corps League Color Guard. And as our Grand Marshals this evening, we are very honored to be recognizing 5 of our area veterans who are celebrating or commemorating 50 years of service, or 50 years ago serving in the Korean War. Our Grand Marshals this evening being honored are Norris Gold, Alan Gold, Norman Balderson, Edwin Schmidt, Kenneth Barnard, and unable to be present this evening, but also a member of this prestigious group, is Clyde Lawrence of Diller. As our color guard approaches, they will be stopping, and Brad Paul of Diller, Nebraska will be sharing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Brad. That was awe-inspiring. Thank you so much. And it's a delight to have Brad sharing the microphone with me tonight as we announce the parade. Again, we want to honor our marshals, our Grand Marshals this evening. Again, those who have served in the military during the Korean conflict. 5 of our military servicemen, Norris Gold, Alan Gold, Kenneth Barnard, Edwin Schmidt, and Norm Balderson. Again, we honor you and we thank you for serving as our Grand Marshals this evening. Brad, I think that's one really cool thing that in mid-America we take for granted is the fact we can stand out in our main street, shut things down, and enjoy a wonderful evening together with friends, celebrating our country.
I agree, Beth. I think it's a great opportunity for us to spend the best of time with good friends and family and really show and feel on the map, really give out.
We got these guys trying to outdo us. One thing we're very, very proud of in Diller, Nebraska is the fire, rescue, and EMT unit. Don't you remember, in small town America, we don't have the leisure of a paid rescue and fire staff. These are volunteers trained and given their own time to make sure that you and I's safety is taken care of. So we welcome you and we thank you for coming to show off all of your machinery and stuff. We've got two entries we want to talk about. One of them is the Diller Coach Pitch Baseball team. These guys have had a really great season this year.
Oh, absolutely, and I think probably two of my boys on that team.
I watched them at the tournament here a couple weeks ago, and man, did they play awesome games. Awesome games. So much to be proud of. And they came in with a very close second place. So congratulations, guys. And riding the truck through is Eric Engelman, one of the coaches. So way to go, guys, and welcome to the Diller Picnic. Following up, we have the Diller O'Dell High School band marching through, welcoming us this evening. They're under the directorship of Cindy Lynn Glass, and we welcome you this evening to the parade and picnic. You know, we got to admire these young people. It isn't like when I was young. Now, Brad, you're a lot younger than I am, so, you know, of course, things were different then, but being the old lady that I am, when I was in high school in the summer, there just was not a lot going on. For these guys, we have summer ball of every kind. They have jobs and all sorts of things that they have to be involved in, and yet they find time to come and be a part of the parade. Let's listen. bright, shining faces on about August 14th. Right? Right! Enjoy the rest of your summer, guys. And thanks for coming very much. Enjoy the picnic.
No.
Coming up the street now, we have our royalty for the picnic. We are so delighted to welcome this evening the Nutrition Site royalty for 2003. We welcome King Arnold Kendrick and Queen call you welcome and thank you for sharing your greetings of a happy 20th anniversary for the Diller Nutrition Site. We have a wonderful meal program that's provided at our community building on a Monday through Friday basis, and not only providing nutrition but wonderful fellowship and friendship. So we welcome you to this evening's activities, King and Queen.
Next we have Gary and Diane Behrens in their 1950 Ford pickup. Very nice looking truck. Gary and Diane run the Behrens service station here in Diller. Let's give them a round of applause.
Not only that, but they're looking forward to a new arrival soon. They have a new baby on the way. They have not Gary and Diane, of course. Don't want to start any rumor. No, it's Chris and his wife, and they are so looking forward to that new little one in their family. So we'll have a new addition to the Diller community soon. Also, as part of Behrens Services entry tonight, we have Wayne and Sandy Dobley. They are in a 1930 Model A Ford, and they come to us from Silver Lake, Kansas. Now, Wayne is Diane's brother, so I have a feeling there was probably a little arm twisting to get you here tonight. And we're love to have you. Thanks so much for coming. Oh, now we celebrate the younger members of our community. Hi, guys. This entry comes to us from the Little Busy Daycare. Tanya and Bertie Clote have started their daycare and had it in business now for a little over 2 years, caring and providing for the children of our community, and we are so delighted to have them here. We tried to recruit child care for a number of years, and then Tanya came to us from South Africa. That was one place we failed to go look. Go figure. Next time we'll know. Next time we'll know. Well, I tell you what, we had a car show here today, and we have some wonderful entries that have come to us from this car show. First of all, we have a 57 Studebaker Hawk with from Arnold Behrens of Beatrice, Nebraska. Perfect colors for a red, white, and blue celebration. Next, we are delighted to welcome the Gartners from Beatrice with their 1966 Mustang. Now, we want no speeding going home, okay? No racing, no speeding, none of that sort of stuff. We want to keep it pretty safe around here for the Diller Picnic. Other entries that we have is a 1976 MG Midget from Dick and Jane Stevens of Beatrice, and Dick has some roots and connections to Diller, Nebraska. So we're delighted to have you, and I have to say, Dick, I'm glad you have that car and not me. I have a bunch of men with long legs. We'd never fit in that car. A 1966 Mustang from Dick and Jane Stevens follows their MG entry. And we thank them for being here. They are all members of the Rolling Wheels group, and we are thrilled to have them here this evening. Now we have a wonderful entry in a beautiful shiny red. What a fun car. Thanks for coming, folks. Brad tells me that was a 56 or 7 Studebaker. Oh, and a Fury 3 comes to us from Lewis and Janice Carr. And I think, Lewis, you're from the Weinberg Blue Springs area, aren't you? Thanks so much for coming over tonight. We really appreciate it. Tonight's night you drive home with the windows open. Right. Oh, look at this entry. Now, I have a feeling that this 46 Chevy pickup did not come in that standard color. What do you think? I doubt in 46 that wonderful bright blue was in the Ford selection or the Chevy selection when they went to order that truck. I tell you, now that looks like fun. How about a T-Bird and a former homecoming queen? What is more 1970. No, actually in 1969. And we have Sue Malco Engler, who was our 1968 queen. And I can attest to it because I was there. And I'll tell you, hooray for the USA, football, baseball, and good cars, and pretty ladies. Doesn't get much more all-American than that. Now we enjoy a beautiful 1984 Mustang convertible. We have Tom Jurgens of Lincoln, who just happened to invite some wonderful grandchildren to come and ride through the parade. Are you guys having fun? Do you like being in a parade? Well, then you gotta wave. If you're gonna be in a parade, you gotta wave. Oh, you got great smiles, now you got wave. And now we welcome some of the charter members of the Mary Moderns Extension Club. They are celebrating 50 years of membership, and we are delighted to say welcome to these ladies who are with us. We have writing, we have Hope Rentz, Dolores Barrett, and Mrs. Pretzer, and I apologize, Mrs. Pretzer, your first name escapes me, I apologize. Irene. Now we say welcome to the Diller Community Club, the hosts of tonight's event, a very active group in our community, bringing about a number of wonderful projects. We say welcome to you as they tell us, God bless America! And we say welcome to Deb Nippert, who will be graduating from LPN program in a week. We say welcome to Carmen Ragland, who is an entrepreneur, businesswoman in our community, and her two sons, Garrett and Gavin. And they remind us, make sure you catch every minute of the Diller Picnic. Now we have Homer Sports Bar coming up the street. Oh my word, I think Gloria has had just a little too much fun during this entire celebration. And maybe what Gloria is celebrating is the fact that the weekend is almost over. Or maybe the fact that they are almost done, or no, let's see, they're almost a third done with their renovation. I almost hate to say that. Poor Gloria will probably just turn around and go home right here and now. We're so delighted to have Homer Sports Bar as part of our community.
Hey, cut that out.
And they tell us that they honor those who serve. It's great to see you guys. Oh, wow. We've got all kinds of folks I know in this truck. Hi, guys. All right, Gary Lee, you came all the way from Las Vegas to be in our parade. Now, wasn't this worth it? Absolutely. Next, we welcome the Shriners. It is always a delight to welcome the Shriners to our parade. They bring a lot of sound, sight, and fun. First, we are welcomed by Bob Kinsey, the potentate, Sesostris Shrine in Lincoln, Nebraska. And Rob, we are delighted. I think I said, Bob, I'm only a school teacher and I'm supposed to be teaching children to read. I guess I don't know how to read myself, huh? All right, well, hey, we all make mistakes. Thank you, Rob, for coming. We are reminded that there are 3 shrine temples in Nebraska. Did you know that, Brad?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, now, we learned something today. We're going to have to build that into our supper time conversation.
Very good.
Yeah, absolutely. That might be a little tough in my crowd, but I'll do my best. The shrines are located in Lincoln. This temple is called the Sesostris Temple, and this year's potentate, of course, is Rob Kinsey. And there are 19 orthopedic children's hospitals that are supported by the Shriners that we see on the street right now. And as someone who is an advocate of children, I so appreciate the commitment of this organization to the welfare of children. We welcome Chief Raven Neil Henry from the Lincoln Sesostris Temple, and Bob Moberly, the first ceremonial master. And I will do my best to read each name correctly. Marshall Drew Borski, welcome to you, Drew, and thank you also for coming this evening. And please do extend our appreciation to to your organization for being a part of our celebration this evening and for the very worthy work that you do. Steve Brunken, thank you for coming, serving as captain of the guard. Thank you. Now we have the Harleys. Now, who does not like a Harley motorcycle?
I always wonder if I could never afford one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, had you been lucky last week with the lottery, that probably would have been the very first thing you bought, right?
You got to play to win, though, Beth.
I know. I found that out, too. I said to my mailman, did he bring me my money? And he goes, no. And I said, I suppose I had to buy a ticket. He said, yeah, I thought that was the rules of the game. So I'm kind of like you. The Harleys ride the large Harley Davidson. And they were organized in 1971 and compete in Central States and assist and participate in Nebraska Land Days and North Platte and to escort dignitaries. Now that was interesting and something that I wasn't aware of, that they do escorts of dignitaries within our state. So very good. We are happy to have Jerry Ritchie here this evening. Is there a rule? Must you own really cool cars to be in the Sesostris? Do you have to own really cool cars to be in this group? I'm thinking there's a trend here, you know? I'm thinking either y'all think alike or there's some rule or something because... Oh, 25 of you. Oh, wow.
Mustang Convoy.
Oh, this is cool. Hi, Levi. It's good to see Levi Dodge, who is from Beatrice, but a member of the Lincoln group. Good to see you. Thank you. The Sesostris Mustang. Every color, style, and they all just look like fun.
Convertible.
Well, absolutely. Lots of fun. Yeah. Marvin Steak. The closest I ever came, Brad, was riding in the back of the pickup truck. That's kind of the farmer's convertible. You know, yeah. Just a hint, don't do it on a really windy or cold day. That's just my hint to you. Don Weaver, we welcome you also as part of our picnic and parade. And as you're going by, I noticed that we have not only wonderful Sesostris Mustangs, but we have some crazy and fun clowns who have come to join us tonight. And I'll tell you what, these guys make these cool things out of balloons. See, I see somebody over there with this cool thing on their head made out of that balloon. I bought a book, and I bought a little pump, and I thought this can't be that hard. I gave it to my son, who's a freshman in college, and he made a somewhat looking flower. I didn't even try. So, I mean, I admire the clowns. They can do something I can't do. Terry Steak and Keith Sandel, thank you both for coming tonight and being part of our celebration as the Sesostris Mustang.
Coming up to the left of us.
I know, it's the beast. I'll let you handle those, Brad. Just take care of it.
Oh.
Bill Moorhead, welcome. Thanks for coming. And Chuck Thomas, thank you also. Chuck, your name is familiar. Are you from Beatrice? Liberty! Well, that's why. My sister and brother-in-law live over there. Becky and John Snyder. That's why I know ya. Good deal. Hey, you did a good job of chasing the beasts away. Oh, no, they're still here. Just keep your eye on it. Keep those things away from me. I should be used to big hairy things. I have Alan Dean and Adam at home, but anyway. Oh, yeah, you think I could fit in there? You're a funny man. Funny man. The little cars. Captain Dick Wickman just invited me to rally. How very nice of him. He should have just let me borrow his car for the whole night. He is not that silly. He knows better. This group rides a miniature Model T vehicle. They appear in many parades each year and attract much attention. They are always ready to go. Now, actually, if I were on my way to the sidewalk sale in Beatrice, Nebraska, I would have to have a much faster, much bigger car. Probably the Blue Valley Shrine Fireman fire truck. I could have taken that to the sidewalk sale today, gotten there really fast and like bought her off the stop. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to have you. Laverne Disler of the Cruising Classics with the 78 Cutlass Supreme. Now, I can relate to that.
I had a car just like that.
Did you really? Awesome. Why'd you sell it?
Well, my wife wrecked it.
Oh, sure. It's always the woman's fault.
She's gonna
Sure.
kill me.
And you know what? Denise is not here to defend herself.
Yes, she is.
Is she? Get over here, Denise, and let's hear the real story. Larry Shaw, we welcome you also. Thanks for coming. See, now I like the sound of that car.
I like the looks of that car.
I do too. That is awesome. By the way, I like the sound of the tractors last night.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was cool. Dean told me that's what I sound like when I go to work in the morning. All the smoke.
All that adrenaline.
I'm just excited to get to school. Paul Campbell, welcome. We are thrilled to have you with your 1964 Impala SS. Now that's a great color, and you don't see that color yellow anymore. Oh, gee, we could probably force ourselves to ride with you. A nice orange Corvette, don't you think?
I think so.
We can make that work. Oh, but then this is a nice car too.
Reminds me of the movie Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's really cool. We say hi to Phil. We're welcome. We are so glad to have you here. It really does. I mean, those are just fun cars. We'll let them keep them, though, because they can then pay the insurance bill on
That's
them.
right.
Let's be realistic here. Drive around in our minivans and just envy people with cool cars. We're so welcome to welcome Jay Match here in his 77 Maverick. Now that's an absolute great all-American car.
Absolutely.
You know, now not everybody can own the Corvettes, but you know, we gotta have a nice blend of all these fun cars. Okay, well, so you're just one of the privileged few. Thank you all for coming. Oh, the Tri-Scat. Oh, the Tri-Scat. Now I think I can do this.
I'd like to see you try.
I meant just ride them. I don't think I can do that. I was in a group one year where we carried lawn chairs, or no, we had shopping carts and tried to do this. We couldn't even do it walking with shopping carts, let alone something motorized.
That's pretty sad.
It's a scary thing, yeah. The Tri-Scats, they were formed in the late 60s as a 12-person precision drill team. They do participate in parades and competitions. They have performed in parades in southeast Nebraska, northeast Kansas, as well as competed in national and regional competitions over the years. Over those years, they regularly placed in the top 3 spots, so we are very honored to have them, and most recently, in '97 at national competition in St. Louis, taking in first and second place. So we are very honored to have them, and always delighted to have the Shriners be a part of our celebration. Now we are welcomed by Tops NE 796 of Diller. We have our entry pulled through by Bud Lawman and Howard Perkins, and we are so delighted you two gentlemen could come and join us tonight. The Tops group has been part of the Diller community for a number of years, and their entry reminds us that in hand, we stand together. They invite anyone interested in participating in their group to contact Cleo Perkins or Virginia Lotman of Diller, and they will give you more information in being a member of their Tops organization. Brad, I think I'm going to let you take the next entry. For some reason, I think you should know about this.
Why are you doing that?
Well, because you work for these people. And actually, I want to run out and get a hat.
The next entry we have is the Diode Communications float. Diode Communications is your local link to the world. Diode Communications Diller is your link to the world, providing cable TV, telephone services, satellite TV, and high-speed internet. Marketing Director Nanny Stark. We've got Jeff and Sandy Barnes driving the Diode truck, and it looks like we got a couple young ones on the back. So
I love that. Cool.
that looks nice, doesn't
We
it?
have tried for years to build a world. It's not easy.
No, it's
Not at all. Oh, and this is always a wonderful favorite. For me, I think for a lot of people here in our picnic, the Horseshoe Band is a tradition. We have people sharing their talents for many, many years. They are always a wonderful entry, and they also provide scholarships for the area high schools that they represent. This year's quite the right season to drill yet. Same drill, same tractor, you're out. I know, Harold, you're out. You're sowing your wild oats tonight, aren't you? All right, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
You're on a roll.
All right, man. Too early for wheat, too late for oats, so Harold's out having some fun. Now, this is an entry I like to talk about. I'm a member of the Fundraiser Service Club here in Diller, and one of the projects we sponsor along with four other sponsors is the summer reading program, and we bring to you the fact that we are building a nation of readers. Here in the Diller-Odell area, we have a summer reading program that mirrors the program that you would find in the Beatrice or Fairbury Public Library. But you know what? We have no library that is public. We have a wonderful school library that our school administrators and school board allow us to use, and a great staff of volunteers who come together to bring these cool kids, and we had fun this year. This year's theme was Caution, Readers at Work. We had about 60 kids. We spent 5 weeks together doing things like building ice cream sundaes and looking at great big equipment. They built their own birdhouse and their own stepping stone. And we are so glad the fundraisers brought the reading program to us tonight. Lord Acres Day is a local celebration held in Endicott, Nebraska. We're thrilled to have them here represented tonight. 52nd Annual Lord's Acres Day will be Saturday, October 4th, and may I recommend that you show up and buy your horseradish early. Those guys have the best and sought after horseradish that they make themselves, Fred. Do you like horseradish?
I love horseradish.
Well, then you've got to get there because it goes fast. And it's a great celebration, so make a point to get there. Note it on your calendar. A lot of fun that day. So thank you for coming. Our next entry is a set of wonderful international tractors. Richard Krause is here with a 1941 Farmall, and he always brings his friend Mitzi. We are so glad Mitzi always comes to see us. The second tractor happens to be driven by his grandson, and it's a Farmall C. And as needed tonight, just in case the raindrops fell and the sun got too bright, we got the umbrella on there. Then you got it all covered. We're delighted to have you guys. Thanks for coming. Oh, hi, Ruth. Oh, Ruth, you're a buddy. Thanks so much. Our next entry is Stars and Stripes Forever. Our entry is brought to us from the Farmers Co-op of Plymouth. It's driven by Randy Stevens, and walking alongside, we've got Mike Stevens and Ruth Clausen. We're so pleased to have Farmers Co-op as a part of our community, providing the services of chemical and fertilizer services within our community with locations all around southeast Nebraska. We are blessed with wonderful neighboring communities, and here we have a representative from the Hollenberg community and also the Hanover, Kansas area. The Pony Express Festival is going to be August 31st with living history demonstrations. They're going to they'll have a circuit riding preacher and church service along with a noon meal. And I can almost guess maybe who that circuit riding preacher is, but I won't give that away. It's a wonderful replica of the station there, and we encourage you to take just a brief drive down to the Hanover area to enjoy what they have to share as we celebrate Nebraska and Middle America history. Next, we say welcome to our Midwest Products representative. We're so happy to have you here. It says congratulations on your 107th year of the Diller Picnic from the Hanover Days of 49. And they have a great celebration. Don't miss it on the 14th, 15th, and 16th. Hanover's a very progressive community. The Saturday after 4th of July, they had a great fireworks display and dance, and they are inviting you to yet again another celebration. Here we have an entry from the Hanover Chamber of Commerce. Another wonderful replica of their Main Street businesses, and we are always delighted to welcome our neighbors to the south, and we thank you for your support of our celebration, and we will return the favor. Welcome now to Ross Transfers entry. This replica of the Liberty Bell reminds us that freedom still rings here in Diller and all over the U.S. This entry is by Ross Transfer Incorporated, which is owned by Stan and Robin Waltz. The business is to help you with your livestock hauling needs. These Jones, make sure you remember to call Stan and Robin if you have a hauling need that you would like them to take care of. And now, always a wonderful favorite to our picnic parade, the Los Diablos Drum and Bugle Corps.
Beth, why don't you get out there and do that?
Oh, no. Mary Kay stuff. Enough said.
The next entry we have is Diller Telephone entry. Diller Telephone Company provides services to the communities of Diller, Odell, Harbine, and Virginia. We've been around since 1891. Again, Danny Starr, Marketing Director. And thank you, Diller Telephone, for your telephone book.
Now we welcome another business represented from Diller. This is the Laser Struck business from Lawton Carpenter Construction. They do work all over the Midwest. They are a longtime sponsor of the Diller Picnic, and we thank them for their support. In fact, probably many of you have been benefactors of their work if any of you shop at the Walmart store in Beatrice. They, for large commercial concrete projects such as the store there, the Super Walmart, and other large business facilities. Welcome to Ken Cerveny. We're thrilled to have him as he shares with us his 1950 WD Alice Chalmers and his all crop drills. A little different style one. Most of them you tow behind, and that's a 3-point hitch.
Looks like maybe plant grass or
I don't know. A different style though. It's always fun. It's fascinating to go to antique tractor events or antique machinery events and just really see the progression of equipment as farming has evolved over the years and continues to evolve into new equipment meeting new needs and farming practices. You know, we were talking about the bush pole last night, and now we get to have an example. I only wish they could start the engine so everybody here tonight could hear this. This happens to be the Lotman Bush tractor. Tim Lotman is one of the owners of this tractor, and they are part of the Bush organization. I do know in a couple weeks they do have a pull over in, help me out, Geneva. I think perhaps as part of their county fair. Watch the papers. It's a great event. The event last night was well attended, and I think everybody who was there had an awesome time. I only wish I had the financial means to have one of those, because I think that would be fun. I would almost like to have one of those as much as one of those cool cars we saw earlier. And the pulling team is Tim Lawman and Robert Schroeder. This is Farmer's Floor Play. And it's as pretty, it looks as pretty as it sounds. Don't forget, guys, that you have the chance to take a helicopter ride tonight. They are going to be there as long as people want to go for a ride. So if you are interested, make your way to the north end of the picnic grounds just past the Lotman Carpenter building and wait in line for a ride tonight. Don't forget, immediately following the parade tonight, we are going to have the performance of Los Diablos or the Condors here in front of the announcer stand, and then we have the wonderful act at the picnic grounds or in the park, the hypnotist, and we guarantee you fun. Now, all of you know about the Wiener Schlinger, which is a tradition at the Husker games, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, have you been to any of the games then out at the ball field? Do they use the Wiener Schlinger for the baseball games too?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well we have our own version of the Wiener Schlinger.
I hope we get one.
Oh yeah, well, You know, you asked me earlier if I wanted to dance with the Condors, and I went, oh yeah, right. In this week, I've run into the iron and burned my arm, and then turned the corner too close in school, and I bruised my arm on a coat hook. So just being able to walk is pretty tricky for me, let alone trying to dance to a beat. So that's why I declined the invitation. But thank you for the compliment that you thought I was capable of such a thing.
No problem.
Here we have the CNC Beach Party going on.
Chad, I'd get busy doing that.
All right, we have one of the co-owners, Chad Lotman, manning the Wiener Schlinger. Blue Valley Brand Meats is a creation of Courtney and Chad Lotman. You see their business just across the street. They have earned a number of national honors for their recipes. They produce Polish sausage, bratwurst, and why are you shooting them at all the KUTT? You know what? They just want free advertisement. You and I both know that. That's what's going on there. They have also recently acquired the Pony Express Ranch Meats line and produce the wonderful hickory smoked hams. They do a wonderful mail order business, and they do provide service over the internet. So look them up, and they have a new wonderfully remodeled store facility. So we're pleased to have them as part of our community. Another business in our community is Cindy's Hair Care. Cindy brings to us the float Hooray for the USA, and look at those fireworks.
That's a nice looking float.
It's beautiful, it really is. Cindy Lotman and Leanna Lotman share the facility and provide services, I think, pretty much Monday through Saturday. If you're interested in an appointment, please give them a call. They're located just south of Homer's Sports Bar here in Diller's Main Street. And we thank the ladies for sharing their entry with us this evening. It is beautiful. Now that would definitely bring a bang for your buck if we lit those. Another entry we have this evening are our friends from Norris Public Power. They bring to us their bucket truck and remind us that they are dedicated to serving you. This entry is from the Norris Public Power District located in Fairbury. This unit has a 65-foot all-tech aerial device mounted on a 2003 International chassis. And these guys are the ones who come to our rescue on those horrible cold or horribly stormy nights. And we thank our two local representatives for bringing the truck to us tonight. Thank you very, very much. And we do always appreciate the Norris Public support. They're great at supporting their local communities with their new Roundup funding program and supporting communities such as Diller. Now coming to us from Lotman Carpenter Construction, we have an event of the century, Hillary's book signing. Now, how many of you have purchased Hillary's book? Okay, not too many. Well, perhaps this is the chance tonight. Sorry, Hillary. You know, we read comic books here at Diller more than that kind of literature, but you will be located around the grounds for a book signing. You brought some Dr. Seuss books that you'll sign as well. Sounds good. Thank you, Hillary and Bill.
I think that was Bill Griffin, wasn't it?
I think it was Bill, yeah. Here we have the Diller Development Team's float, a Stars and Stripes Forever celebration, pulled through by Pastor Mark Liska. The Diller Development Team is an active group working on a number of projects here in Diller. We set new goals on an annual basis. Very soon we'll be starting a brand new sign-up by Highway 103-136 that will tell everyone who's visiting Diller and proud owner of this KUTT truck. That drawing will be held in December. Dempster Industries comes to us from Beatrice, Nebraska, a long-time part of our community. Dempster's has invented and produced a number of agricultural products over the years, and they bring just a sampling of them to us tonight in their pumps and water systems. Thank you for coming. Another entry that they bring to us is their dry fertilizer wagon. We see these out in the fields during the summer and never think of where they come from. Produced right close by in Beatrice, Nebraska. We now have the entry from the 3B Extension Club. Their members are celebrating 50 years of extension. The 3B Club was formed in October of 1953 as one of the extension clubs. The 3Ds stand for Diller Demonstration Doers. I never knew that before. I just always knew them as the 3Ds. It's kind of cool to know what that stands for. And we're glad that they celebrate with us their 50 years.
We'd like to mention too that the drivers and the riders are grandchildren of Virgil and Judy Garten.
Next, we have coming up the street, the entry from St. Paul's Lutheran Church. As they near the announcer stand so that we can share more with you, we want to remind you that immediately following the parade this evening, we have several things that you might like to take part in. The Condors performance here in front of the stand, followed by the hypnotist in the park. Don't forget the Opera House has chicken barbecue for you. And in the community building, we have the Lutheran Youth Fellowship, who is providing cake, ice cream, and sandwiches. Now the entry from St. Paul's. Hooray for the USA and God's love. Here we have a beautiful silhouette of the United States in the colors of red, white, and blue. And we are reminded that we are truly one nation under God. Thank you, St. Paul, so much for this beautiful and colorful entry. Next, we have a food truck from one of our businesses here on Main Street, Fruit Co-op. We at Fruit Co-op would like to thank all of our patrons, family, and friends. Fruit Co-op is always reaching for the future, providing quality performance today, and they're committed to excellence always. And we thank them for being a part of our celebration tonight. Thank you, Fruit Co-op. Next, Ron March brings to us a wonderful 1958 John Deere 730 diesel tractor. He restored and painted this tractor all by himself. Isn't that cool? It is. I love the sounds of these tractors. My dad always farmed with John Deere's when I was a child, and good memories. Nice sound. And thank you so much, Ron, for coming. We do encourage you to keep March Auto and Body's business in mind in Martin, Nebraska if you have such need. We certainly can see the quality of his work in his parade entry this evening. Next, we have an entry by Roger Stark. It's driven by Amanda Black, and Roger brings to us a John Deere Bee. Now, when I used to play with tractors with my sons, I would take the tractor and I would go blucka, 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 and Dean would look at me and go, "What are you doing?" And I'd say, "I'm making tractor sounds." See, that's why. Blucka, 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 blucka.
Where is Dean?
The Dean drives internationals, and they go, you know, okay, so whatever. John Deere's don't go blucka, blucka, blucka anymore either. Next, we have the entry from Beatrice Manor. They bring a lovely float to us. Hooray for the USA. And here we see two prominent symbols of country, the Statue of Liberty, and Uncle Sam. It's beautiful. I always enjoy how each group interprets the theme for the parade. And we're always reminded of different pieces that one organization thinks of and another does not. So we really thank our neighbors from Beatrice for bringing their entry down. Now we welcome Kane Equipment from Marysville, Kansas. They are the AGCO New Holland dealer from Marysville. They do handle McCormick equipment, as well as Bobcat and Arctic Cat equipment.
Beth, you need one of those, or do you have one?
No. We have a full that kind of sort of runs. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks. What I really need is the money to buy one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, William's going to help me out. What a bud. I could probably handle the little one that Jenna's on. Now there was a pretty piece of equipment. And I think you have to, grow up in the Midwest to appreciate or to look at a piece of farm equipment and say that it's pretty. But in a way it represents power and it represents agriculture. And to me it's really just a fun thing to look at. Bright shiny combines, big powerful tractors. So it's an entry I can appreciate.
I think it's pretty.
Yeah, I think so too. A time or two through the field and it's never quite that nice. Oh man, now we've got a couple neighbors coming. All right, you guys just behave. You all just behave before you get any closer to the stand. These guys need to behave. Okay, here we have two businesses represented. Melissa Crowley, who is still trying to clean up around here after 3 years, is in service and going strong. She provides house cleaning services and invites you to contact her at 7935714. And you know what? Look what's following her. She's got a bunch of hound dogs following her. Thank you very much, Sue. Watch this phone to the man. You know who she's after. All right. We welcome our friends from the Salty Dog Saloon in Steel City. They're an outrageous bunch. The Salty Dog Saloon has always been a gathering place for, shall we say, flamboyant, colorful, and perhaps crazy characters. They sometimes get a few hound dogs to enjoy howling at the moon, and they invite you to join them. They are notorious for awesome Mexican food. You gotta go visit the friends at the Salty Dog in Steel City.
Another pretty tractor.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, and it's the right kind for my family.
Yeah, I see that.
Case IH, we welcome our friends from Gage County Equipment, who not only provide a full line of international and Case IH equipment, but also such lines as Bobcat. And we are delighted to have them here. And I didn't realize they say on their sign they are also irrigation engine dealers. Didn't know that. Huh. Oh, and Arctic Cat. Gotcha. Well, thanks for coming, guys. Oh, brother. Trouble on wheels or what?
I would think so.
This is Patrick Campbell and his Demo Derby team. They will be part of the celebration at the Gage County Fair. Pat, when's the Demo Derby? Sunday night? Sunday night, you can go and see this wonderful work of art created by Patrick Campbell and his son. Reed and Andrew Liscombe have become members of the team and have been a part of it for the last 2 years. They've obtained a high ranking of brown belt, and this team participates in a variety of classes at various levels and performs. We are thrilled to have them. Next, we have the Crawford Heating and Air Entry. Now that looks like the perfect little kind of, actually that's a heating unit, but it would make a darling little cabin at the beach.
A little playhouse.
A little playhouse. Right, Crawford Heating and Air. We welcome you to the Diller Picnic, and I can see by your phone number you are located in Beatrice. We welcome you to the Diller Picnic and encourage you to find out more about their products. This horse and wagon is the Holly Clydesdales. They are pulling the Odell Boys Coach Pitch team with outriders Tiffany Thompson. The Holly Clydesdales do weddings, proms, and other special events. So it's great to have them, and I see some familiar faces there. Hi guys! You guys can't get rid of me, can you? You just see me all over the place. A lot of these guys are friends of mine from school, and it's delightful to have them here, as well as the beautiful equestrian entry. Wonderful horses, and do keep them in mind for your special event. Did you guys have a good season this year? Did you have fun playing? Way to go! Bye-bye! Next, we have a 69 Chevy 4x4 brought to us by Neil Beadle. He comes to us from Hebron, and the driver is not Nathan Day, but Rick Day. Ha! They were trying to trick me, and I paid attention. Thanks for coming. Now, that's a beautiful pickup. You can tell it's had a lot of care. Somebody appreciates a fine piece of machinery.
You're fine.
Our next entry is Tom Faxon, who's representing Astro Building. Tom lives in Odell, Nebraska, and I'm sure has contact information on the side of his entry if you're interested in putting up a new building, garage, or other sort of facility. They do give you an 800 number, but I bet if you look in the phone book under Tom Faxon, you probably could find out more that way, and that would be under Odell, Nebraska. So thanks a lot, guys, for coming. Now we have an entry by members promoting the Gage County Fair. That is next week, as well as the Jefferson County Fair. Unbelievable patchwork of tradition. They invite us to come to their special event. It goes from the 16th through the 20th. The grandstand entertainment is Trick Pony and the Oak Ridge Boys. They're going to have the Farmall Promenade, which I think would be fun to go to.
They do that nice.
No, you used to dance with tractors. Well, that's what this is. Yeah, really, I think that's cool. See, there again, you're capable of moving to music and not falling over. So you can square dance, let alone drive and dance at the same time. But I think that's going to be a cool event. They've got tractors and races and demo derbies, and they are passing out brochures. So make sure and take advantage of that. Next, we have Dennis Keaton in a 1940 John Deere Model B tractor. These tractors are beautiful. I'm so glad that they're being restored and maintained for our enjoyment. And then we have Dennis and Rose Melby, a 1937 John Deere B tractor. And that one's owned by John Stewart. Now that's a little unique one, a little different than what I can remember as a child. It's hard to imagine there's something older than I am. But there are a few things.
I won't.
Oh yeah, you are just so diplomatic. Such a gentleman.
Yes, I am.
You are. Next, we have our entry from the State Bank of Odell. Odell. We are delighted to have our friends here. There's Deb, there's Jim, and I don't know who else is. Yeah, oh yeah, the party girls in the back. Gotcha. All right. Oh, that was the secret. Sorry. Okay. That was something that the boss didn't know about you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Just keep coming.
And our next entry, which is a project that is sponsored by the State Bank of Odell, is the Diller Odell Powerlifting Team. A real booyah bunch.
Looks like trouble to me.
This is the second year for the team. The team's coach is Monty Loping. Wave, Monty, so they know who you are. With assistant coach Alan Rawls. And this is only a portion of the team. We now have young ladies on the team, and we have our gentlemen. They had a very successful season, acquiring a number of medals and many first place and second place trophies throughout their season. In fact, tomorrow, 5 of their members will be competing at the state games. And so we'll need to watch the paper to see how they have done. In fact, the 2 coaches each received first place honors at the state masters meet. Next, we have the Homestead Riders 4-H Club. Beautiful entry. Oh, yes. Queen Leanna Holmes, Princess Elizabeth Timberlake, and flag bearer Jeremiah Isabel. Soodle, I apologize. Soodle? Thank you. I apologize for that mispronunciation of your name. And I might ask, are you then a Gage County organization? You are. Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm assuming then a number of you will be competing in the Gage County Fair then. So if you appreciate their beautiful horses, excuse me, you might make a point to enjoy their entries and their competitions during the fair. Thank you so much for coming this evening and being a part of our celebration. Yeah. Now we have the Diller Odell FCCLA entry, and you will notice that there is not only a griffin on this entry, but there is also a gem. Our FCCLA chapter at Diller Odell has now combined and is united and standing stronger as they partner with the Fairbury chapter and their sponsor, Denise Egg. We are delighted that the chapter can continue strong under such wonderful leadership, and we look forward to what the future holds for these chapters. United we stand, building stronger families and communities. And an awesome entry of colors represented here with a number of officers from both chapters, as well as Denise Haig, the sponsor, driving the entry through. Thank you for your entry in the parade. Next, we have the Little Blue Valley 4-H Club, being driven through by Clint Jack and Dad Marvin. Here we see Uncle Sam, and it says, Uncle Sam wants you to be in 4-H. A number of participants in this 4-H group will be busy next week in the Jefferson County Fair, and I'm sure that that's only been a small amount of the work they've been doing over the past month to get their entries ready. Thanks for your entry in the parade. Next, we welcome our friends from the FFA chapter of Fairbury. They're celebrating 75 years of student success. The National FFA organization is celebrating 75 years. The Fairbury chapter has had great student success this year with state and national qualifiers and winners. Ag issues and ag communication teams, as well as the new Harvest Bonanza Community Service Project with KUTT of Fairbury. So we thank them for that honor, or for their entry. And now we welcome the Diller Odell entry from the FFA members say welcome to our communities. Next, we have 6 wonderful entries from Vernon Mingy. This is the Formal Club. We have entries driven by Mark Vinash. The owners of these entries are Vernon and Joyce Mingy of Odell. We have 6 different entries. A Formal A now being driven by Joyce Mingy. The Super C driven by Darren Sass. Next, the 1954 Formal H, Super H that is, driven by Jeff Maple. Somebody has put a lot of work into these. And I haven't visited with Vernon. I visited with him briefly today to answer questions about entering and didn't have the chance to ask if he renovated these himself or purchased them renovated, but he has a wonderful collection.
Very nice.
The 1954 Formal Super MPA is driven by Todd Mingy. Thank you, Todd, for being a part of our celebration. And finally, Vernon's driving the Formal 350 from 1957. Vernon, I was wondering, did you renovate these and restore them yourself? Parts of them. They are wonderful. You've got an awesome collection. Thanks for sharing them. And now we've got a beautiful carriage entry. Norm Lesser from Virginia has brought his horse and carriage.
I bet he'd let you ride on that, Ben.
Oh, I would love to ride on that. That is beautiful. I might ask Norm, do you provide rides for special occasions such as weddings and the like? Pardon me? They do. Oh, guys, you could contact Norm and take this lovely carriage to the prom or to your wedding. Probably not the snowball dance. Huh? Probably not the snowball dance.
Be kind of tough.
Beautiful entry. Thank you, Norm. Next, we have a 1971 Mustang. The flag draped on the trunk of this entry is made by Mrs. Richard Moslander. And we thank you for coming, Richard, with your beautiful entry and some bright smiling faces that joined you tonight. Welcome. Good to have you. Next, we welcome a local business and entrepreneur, Gonzo Sales and Service, here in Diller, Nebraska. He provides sales and service on most brands of power washers and hot tubs. I didn't know hot tubs. Aha, now my list has just gotten longer. I want a Corvette, I want a tractor, now I want a hot tub. He's not gonna let me come to these things anymore, just not at all. Now we welcome Forrest Freitag, who is taking through an entry from the Little Blue Longbeards chapter of the National Wild Turkey Federation. We have avid hunters here in the community of Diller. They do a variety of different hunting, and so it's fun to see a representative from the Wild Turkey Federation, which has a growing population. Next, we have a tractor brought to us, this 1928 Brumley oil pole is brought to us by Glenn Jansen of Plymouth, Nebraska. Followed by a 1938 John Deere G. Didn't know they made G's. Both wonderful, unique entries. I particularly like the oil pole. Different thing. We are now followed by the Diamond Sawing Business, which has Express in Diller, Nebraska. They provide concrete wall sign and flooring. A unique business and one not everyone needs a service, but certainly one that is valuable. Oh, now this is an interesting bit of equipment. All right.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool. This is a dune buggy driven by Corey Riddle, and it was handmade by JSR Long Travel. All right, which is in Denton, Nebraska. And I'm going to ask the engine from a boat. I wondered. That's very interesting. Somebody with real mechanical knowledge. This 1962 Corvair Monza convertible is owned by Charles and Christine Meyer. The passengers and children, Morgan Elizabeth and Lillian Powell, and welcome. Thank you for coming. Next, we have a 1952 Ellis Chalmers WD that was just completed and painted by Justin Weichel and driven by Justin. You have a lot to be proud of there, Justin. You're very talented. Thanks for sharing your talent. By the way, we have a lot of talented people, and I wanted to say, Brad, I know you sang and that you had a beautiful voice, but you truly do have a good voice. And I understand you used to be in a band years ago. Any hopes of ever starting a band and singing professionally again?
Well, if I had time.
If the opportunity arose, then let's see, Britney Spears gave you a call and said, I need a backup singer, you might just give it a shot.
Now maybe if Faith Hill did.
Or Faith Hill or the Dixie Chicks or something like that. Well, that just tells us the kind of music you like. And as you see here in the middle of the street, we have a demonstration of Parade for the USA. Good old problem solving. Did you notice how people just came out of the crowd to help? Isn't that cool? We take that so for granted here in the Midwest, but if somebody is in need, there's always someone there to help. And we're delighted to have this next entry driven by Brett Shining. It was completed last year also by Justin. And Brett, is your dad's name Dennis? Hi, welcome. Tell your stepmom Mary hello.
Now we need to do some congratulating here, Beth.
Absolutely. There's a trophy in this entry. We want to say congratulations to the B team from Diller Odell who just won the championship game tonight. They beat Lima. We are happy to congratulate Lane Adams, Kevin Dewis, Bruce Vidashu are the coaches, but all of the players. You guys must truly be pumped. And at that, we say hello to Rick Burns and his buddy who are bringing up the tail end of the night 107 2003 Diller Picnic and Parade. Stay around, have some fun, and please travel home safely. Don't forget, immediately following the clearing of the street, the Condors are going to be performing right here for your entertainment. And if you are up to being hypnotized, we invite you to find your way to the park with a lawn chair and enjoy the talents of Dr. Kirby McGill, who is a master hypnotist. Now, you decide if you want to be the entertained or the entertainer tonight, because Dr. Kirby is there to provide some fun. Don't forget the helicopter ride. If you are hungry, there's food at the community building. There's food at the Opera House. Homer Sports Bar will be delighted to provide some fun and welcome you to their karaoke contest starting at 8 o'clock. Don't forget the On the Road again.
Hour and 20 minutes.
Making a variety of delicious items, including
Yeah, I don't have number of entries, but time-wise.
Bratwurst.
Oh, there was a lot of entries.
Sounds good.
I thought there was over 100.
Street. Down on the picnic ground, St. Paul's is spraying
It
up
went pretty well. They kept
The
it
carnival has lots of good stuff to eat and fun things to do. So for all of you who joined us, enjoy, and we hope to see you next year. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we got some lovely ladies here tonight. We got some lovely, lovely people. Now here's the deal. They want some local people to be in the movie. You guys get a chance to be with Hollywood stars. They want some local people to be in the movie, but they want local people that can act. They want people that have the ability to act. And so you...